Oh, hello. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Attack the Pantry. I am Jenn de Vega. Let's do a little bit of a sound check. I believe it works. Let me know in the comments if it works or not. I'm gonna get some music going for y'all. Hooray! Hey, Steven, thank you very much for the feedback. Hello, everybody. If you haven't been on this channel before, this stream is a deep dive into ingredients, cooking techniques, and recipes to help you cook for yourself during the panini and for the rest of your adult life. Say hello, throw us an egg in the chat if you like what you're seeing or hearing. That's how we show love around here. Last time on Attack the Pantry, I kind of forget what I did. What did I do? Did I prep a bunch of stuff? Oh, I broke down a bunch of cheese one time. And I also just hung out and assembled Lego hot dog with tweezers. It was really fun. Thank you, Taser, for that gift. It was a birthday gift. You can watch all the past clips here on my channel. If you click on videos, the entire archive is located at youtube.com/JENNDLV. I'm going to put that link on the screen for you. Thanks for the egg. We love an egg. Look at that egg. It's a beautiful egg. Woot. Here we go. Here's that YouTube. All right. So what else is happening? I'm a Twitch affiliate. Let's get the business out of the way. If you have Amazon Prime, you can gift a subscription to your favorite creators every month. So if you have one, click on that purple button that says gift a sub and you get a little crown next to your name in the chat. Or you could use real money from your real wallet and pay for subscriptions on Twitch. And that money helps creators make the shows a little bit better. Another way you can help us out is you can also get stuff from the wish list. I'm going to put that in the chat. Steven, actually, we're going to break out the thing you sent from the wish list today, which is very exciting. But folks, if you want to participate, that's one way. Another way is to tell people that you're watching the show right now on Twitter or Instagram or in the next room. Because, you know, the more the merrier. Poggers, lots of pogs. All right, lots of really good links below the video. One way to help us out, though, is to tell folks that you're here. What's going on? Anyway, I have a guest, and it's not a guest on the computer. It's not a guest that is going to pop up on a little square. I have a guest in my home. Please welcome Edison.
Hi, everybody. Hello, it's me. I'm Edison Cummings.
It's my friend Edison.
To be here, yeah.
Edison, please tell the folks what you do.
So I'm Edison Cummings on the internet. I'm mostly known as the Joy of Produce. I make content on my Instagram that's based around home cooking and teaching people techniques to maximize their enjoyment of cooking. So it's very prep forward and high saturation, very seasonal. And that's the main thing of what I do. I also just launched a newsletter called One Big Happy Pantry.
Oh, cute!
Yeah, it's really cute. And then I also teach elementary school kids at an after-school program. I teach some, basic cooking stuff. And then I also work for Local Roots, which is, a great location in Carroll Gardens with lovely. They do CSA boxes and really great
It's stuff. A cafe, right?
Yeah, and it's like a cafe. So they go in and they sit and eat, and it's like a nice. I always say that food people find food people, and you need food people, right? And it's a great way that you're connecting all these people together who really care about eating well and seasonally in an ethical way. And it's great. Yeah. It's a lovely spot.
Yeah. For those of you who've known me for a while, I was part of the Local Roots family for a long time, developing recipes. So if you go to their website and subscribe to the CSA boxes, you'll get sometimes a little recipe card with my name on it. So you can check them out. They're great. But how do we know each other, Edison?
Oh, yeah. So we have a very cool origin story. We both work for a very cool, iconic, amazing, very original zine. It's called Put an Egg on It. They've been out for a while. Their issues are in the teens. I think they're, in
issue
my
16.
opinion, one of the best zines out there. Very well produced, very professional.
Yeah.
No, but it's amazing.
What did you do for us exactly?
Well, I was just an intern, so I did stuff for free. I sold magazines. I helped out at events. We went to the Hester Street Fair, and I was representing the brand. Yeah, but I think
that's how we met.
Right.
We remained friends.
Yeah,
which is great. But yes, Put Egg on It is one of the longest running food independent magazines in New York City. And we got to work on it together for a while. And yeah, I have a bunch of issues here at home. Yeah, they're so good. If you've never read them, they're amazing. Oh my gosh, Chris, thank you for subscribing for 10 months in a row. Got a lot of love from Philly there. Hi. Thank you so much. We appreciate. Hello, everybody that's just tuning in. I was wondering if we just got rated, but we didn't. Hello, everybody's just tuning in right now. I'm here with my friend Edison, if you're just tuning in, and we're just gonna hang out today. But first, let's check out some stuff that people have sent in. If you are new to the show, you can tag me on Instagram and Twitter at Randwiches, and you can get on this featured slideshow. And we're just gonna see what folks sent in this week. Cool. So my friend Sarah texted this to me. It's not a photo of food, but I roasted bok choy with soy sauce, salt, and olive oil, and then I put croutons soaked in pomegranate vinaigrette, peanuts, chili flakes, Greek yogurt, and pomegranate molasses on top. I was craving it. Doesn't that sound awesome? That
sounds really good. I think a lot of times people think of soy sauce as having a more limited application, but it's really a source of salt, and it is so versatile. And I love the pairing of it with pomegranate molasses and pomegranate vinaigrette. That sounds really, really
good. So Sarah and I went to a restaurant. I'll show you the photo of that later, but we got a bok choy salad, which is not really something that you see on menus. No. So we were both kind of taken by the idea. So Sarah was obviously making it at home.
So just raw, right?
Yeah.
I've never had that.
Oh yes, JV, all tomorrow's pantries. Thank you very much. Can we say pomegranate vinaigrette 5 times? Pomegranate vinaigrette, pomegranate vinaigrette, pomegranate vinaigrette, pomegranate. No.
It's gonna start sounding.
I got around 3 times. I got stuck. Hello, how are you? Good to see ya. All right. That's from Sarah. This is from Kate. These are tempeh rendang sliders that I made. Actually, Edison, I'm sending you home with some.
I can't wait. It's like a vision of my future.
Yeah. These were from a party that I catered last week. We had a lot of food left over, so obviously I'm giving it to my friends and family. This is from said party. It was a Dutch cheese board. So instead of jam and I don't know what other condiments you would have on on a cheese board, but this is mustard and cilantro chutney instead.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, and super savory.
What are those orange things center left?
We've got gooseberries.
Very cool.
We've got cherries and these very large blueberries. There's these new brand of like blueberries that are like super bloobs.
I love that.
They're like
super
huge.
Bloobs. Trademark that.
Super bloobs. But yeah, that was from a client. So there's Edam, 2 kinds of Edam on this board, as well as like smoked Gouda. Very simple Dutch cheeses. What else is happening? Oh, I am catering the Tank's homecoming gala. I know this is really tiny, but this is the flyer. I'm going to be retweeting a bunch of their stuff about it. But it's on June 6th. Anyone who's ever wanted to have my food, I'm doing a whole night of catering. It's going to be all like 90s, 80s theme foods. Like we're going to have a wedge salad. We're going to have like little tacos. We're going to have cheese boards. And guess what? Haagen-Dazs is sponsoring dessert. And so is Solid Wiggles. You know Solid Wiggles?
Oh, what is that?
Oh my God. Solid Wiggles is like a really beautiful Instagram account, but it's like boozy Jello cakes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got to see them. They're amazing. But folks, yeah, if you have the means, we have artist tickets online that you can be in the room and party with us. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be limited, I think, to about 50 people. So if you're afraid of COVID stuff, just know it's going to be pretty limited and lots of fans and things like that. But ask me anything if you'd like to come. Okay, here's that salad, and I'm wearing the same outfit. Actually, this is my uniform for the springtime. But this is that bok choy salad, and my caption for this was, "When the salad dresses like you."
So true. Vibrant.
Beautiful. What else is happening? I went to BK Jani yesterday. Jani. It's an Indian burger place.
Oh my God.
You see that patty? It is thick.
Yeah.
It is so thick. This is a half-pound burger with cilantro chutney, a big slice of tomato, and it's really not dressed with anything else because it's a spicy burger.
Sure.
Like, you really don't need anything else. Like, no lettuce, it's gonna get wilty. Like, no onions that are gonna go soggy. But it's a delightful burger. I ate it over the course of 2 days, but it was really good.
That's great. Then it can speak for itself, you know.
Yeah. And then the other thing on the right side is lamb chops. They have just these 2 lamb chops, $15, and I was like, wah, wah. I was like, this is so expensive. But then I had it, and I was like, oh shit. It's incredible. These lamb chops are so good.
You're really selling it. I really like
Yeah. Not pictured. I got some masala fries as well that are double fried, like pommes frites.
Oh, cool.
Real good.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, Steven, like I heard BK Johnny owns that I've been wanting to go for years. Yeah, they got several locations, but the one I went to was on Grand Street here in Brooklyn. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. This is my newest recipe on Patreon, folks. It's for kind of breakfasty sausage lettuce wraps with adobang mani, which is garlic peanut. So you can have this for breakfast or you can have it for dinner. Really easy. It's crumbled up sausage, scrambled egg, and then this garlic peanut in just like a really easy like lettuce wrap. So
good.
Yeah, folks, if you want to get that recipe, it's on the Patreon. What else? Oh, new hot dog at Wonderville. New hot dog. Just dropped it off yesterday. We're calling it the Zero Suit Sam Dog. Instead of Samus, we're calling it Zero Suit Sam Dog.
You really have to listen to all the titles of all these dogs because
I know.
They're all so funny. Like
the Grim Fandago,
yeah.
Razor Leaf Dog, Turmeric Raider.
They're amazing. Come on.
I mean, I crowdsource all the names, so
is that right?
Every Tuesday I'll post, hey, I need help naming the hot dog, and if you come up with the name that we pick, I Venmo you $10 to get a hot dog, either at Wonderville or wherever you are in the world. So, you know. Also, my friend Taylor and Sanji have a game called As You Wish, and it's a sandwich card game. It's really fun, and it's available to play for free at Wonderville. So if you grab a drink and sit down with some friends and play the game, you can also have a hot dog. You know. I won't tell you how to live, but it sounds like a fun evening. Just saying. What else? Okay, here we go. I got a stack of books I was going to talk about. Onigiri. We got it here.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah. This book just came out on Tuesday. I recipe tested this book for Viz Media, which is typically a comic book and manga publisher. So they're just getting into cookbooks. It's really, really cool. This is illustrated by the chef, Ai Watanabe, which is unheard of.
No.
You never hear about anybody doing that. But it's about 50 recipes for rice balls. And on the left is one of my favorites, which is bacon wrapped asparagus. And
That's
it's just
so cute. It's like a little succulent.
I know, it's like a little plant.
Yeah.
It's like a little plant.
Oh
But there's all kinds. My favorites, I would say, are the okaka, which is bonito with wasabi mixed in. It's super spicy. It's so good. They've got a Swiss chard one, a cured egg one. A lot of really cool techniques for the cured egg one. I'm not going to give away the secret, but it's in the book. I love it. It's not going to take up a lot of space on your bookshelf. It's a little number, but highly recommend. Super fun. What else is here? Okay, so that's all of our stuff. Other books that I have on my my cart here. I finished reading this graphic novel, Real Hero Shit. This is by my friend Kendra Wells. It was a Kickstarter comic. And I read it on a plane to Atlanta. Really quick read, really fun, kind of sexy. Just mature warning. It's kind of sexy. What else? We showed a copy of Put an Egg on It. Oh, and then my next book is coming out at the end of the month, which is Watermelon and Redbirds by Nicole Taylor. It's a cookbook for Juneteenth and Black celebrations. So it's gonna go on sale Memorial Day weekend, which is really exciting. So you have all of June to learn how to make all the food and eat with us. My favorite chapter, I have to say, is the barbecuing chapter.
Oh my god.
Look at this beautiful child. I just opened to a random page. This is Nicole's son, Garvey. He's holding one of the zucchini corn dogs. Yeah, he's eating the tornado sweet potato that we developed. How cute. So it's a lot of like carnival food, a lot of celebration stuff. Wavy fries. Here we go. Cookout and barbecue is my favorite chapter. I showed this off last week, but here we got pork chops with duca, caraway butter trout.
Oh my god.
Hey.
I could eat caraway seeds on everything.
Oh my god. I need to get more into it. Peppercorn ribeye. There's just a lot of good stuff. A lot of good celebration. Actually, this is probably my favorite from the chapter. Apricot lamb chops. How dare I attack the pantry? How dare I? How dare we? How dare we? It's a reference to a movie, and I hope all of you have seen it. Attack the block.
Yeah. Bye.
Good save.
Yeah, thank you.
Good save there, Edison.
You'll never know. I really think.
All right, everybody. So Edison came over to visit. We were just gonna hang out and answer any cooking questions you have in the chat. Meanwhile, tasting some stuff that Edison brought over.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this. So, like, tell me the things.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so happy. So, something I'm a big proponent of is the fridge pickle.
Pickles.
So the thing is, pickling things and then like letting it be shelf stable is hard, right? Like
there's a lot of steps.
Yeah, there's a lot of steps, and it's for someone who wants to get into like preserving things. Like if you have like an onion that's about to get soft, right? This is the number one thing you want to do with it. Is like pour some salted brine over the top and just keep it like in the fridge. So that's what I tend to do with it. The brine for this is apple cider vinegar, and a bit of demerara sugar.
Ooh,
and,
fancy sugar.
Yeah, and then the spice blend is coriander and mustard seed and a bit of celery seed.
Oh, cute!
Yeah, and then I shove some ginger slices in there. There's a couple dried chilies. The thing is, just like throw everything you have at it, and like most of the time it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, like you're gonna remember the things that like don't go together. You can just not make that mistake next time. Make a small jar so you don't waste as much.
Hey, Larson, we're happy to answer a cooking question for you. Yeah, please let us know in the chat and we will check it out. Okay, so that's the onion.
Right.
Do we want to try it first?
Yeah, we could try that. I also have
open it.
green daikon.
Oh, okay. We'll show off all of the jars.
Yeah, so this is the exact same brine, exact same spice mix, just in a larger jar. It's a green daikon. I got it from my weekly share at Local Roots.
Oh, nice.
My produce game has gotten so much better. Yeah, but it's just about exact same flavor palette, just for a different vegetable.
Oh, interesting. You wanted to say you eat like a whale, but you can't gain any weight. Oh, you're a bit skinny. Interesting. I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not really licensed to tell you exactly your specific, eating pattern. But what I can say is if you do want to bulk up in general, whole grains and proteins are usually the way to go.
Right.
Yeah. Like the thing that I learned in the sciences, so I was a biology major and learned about the body and how much energy we expel, like the amount of calories that we expel. If you move around a lot, you're expelling calories. So what you want to do is eat enough food to like reach equilibrium. And if you want to build body mass or build muscle, you tend to want to increase the amount of calories versus the amount that you're expending. So
right. And I think like just
it's like math.
Right. And like with just sort of a layman's understanding of it. Yeah. So I think also something worth like looking into is calculating your own like base metabolic rate, because for some people it's a lot higher than others, right?
Yes.
And so it affects the amount that, the speed at which you're going to be gaining weight or losing weight, for whatever activity you're doing. And it looks like in the comments you also noted that you don't move a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe something to note is instead like your body's probably relying on, metabolizing those things really quickly and it's not going to be turning into fat. Maybe consider, a different gym routine or a different level of activity in combination with the same ingredients Jen mentioned.
Yeah, I actually do like a 20-minute walk and it makes a huge difference because you're building lean muscle in your legs, and then you tend to bulk up that way, which is exciting. And it makes me feel good. My friend Shannon has a video about taking a stupid little walk.
Oh yeah.
Not just for your own heart health, for building muscle, but also for your mental health. Taking a walk is a great idea if you're able to, and if it's safe enough for you. Another fun thing that I like to do, so if you don't have a lot of outdoor space, you don't have a backyard, you don't have like a safe neighborhood or anything like that, I actually love walking around Target or the grocery store. Yeah. I do the laps at every single aisle because I'm kind of obsessive when I go into stores. Like, I want to know exactly where everything is in the store. So I do this game of, I'm going to walk up and down aisle 1 and look at every single item, and I read some of the items out loud, just so I take up some time, and then I'm getting my walking in, I'm getting my steps in. A lot of our smartphones now start measuring our steps, and so if you start tracking that stuff, it's a start.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And something I also do, this is like no, not at all. You're totally fine.
You're not wasting our time.
Yeah, no, this is something I think about a lot too. Like, something I have as a habit that, like, if I ever have a few extra minutes and I'm walking past a grocery store that's like in walking distance from my neighborhood, I always go in and I always scope it out, because I always want to know like the slight difference in prices between the basics, also certain specialty things that they're going to have at a different variety of grocery store, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's all kinds of genres, right? So, you get your extra steps in by, going through a few extra aisles. Build some mental math.
Yeah. It's really interesting the balance food and exercise can have, and like the impact it can have on your body. And you could be doing just a little bit at a time every day, and you'll build resistance, you'll get used to it, and you'll feel better, I think. Because we're not doctors, that's a disclaimer. Right. We're not doctors, we're not nutritionists, but in our experience, these are things that have helped us. Also, did you know there are some exercise games, like phone games? Like, one of my favorites is called The Walk, and it was released by like the UK health department, and it's this really riveting story about an EMP, an electric pulse bomb going off at a train station. Yeah. And you are stuck at Inverness. Okay. And then you have to walk 500 miles on foot. And so, in literal terms, at the end of the game, you have physically walked 500 miles. It's fun. You unlock parts of the story as you keep walking. So check it out. It's called The Walk. It's also a podcast, so you don't have to play the game. You could just listen to it, but while you walk and do dishes or whatever. Right.
And there's always Pokemon Go.
Yeah. So there's also Pokemon Go, but be careful. Be careful about streets.
Don't let them scrape your data.
Careful about the data and getting hit by cars. We don't want that. We don't want that. Yeah, you're right, Joseph. You're right. Not medical advice. Hashtag not medical advice. Not a waste of time. Larson, thank you so much for stopping by and asking us a very thoughtful question. There are so many of you in the chat. How's it going, everybody? I was wondering if we got rated, but I guess not. So Edison was showing me stuff that you brought.
So this is a fried rosemary aioli. I've been really into lately the idea of just frying herbs in, a medium low, like temp it probably 250, 275, and just throw it in. Especially if you have spare wilting herbs. Tender herbs will go faster, and then you don't need to time it. There's no real
it's visual.
Exactly, it's visual. So once it's a little more translucent and the bubbling has mostly stopped, then it's mostly done infusing, and take out the herbs, and then you just let it cool at room temp, and then use that for the oil to make mayo instead of a regular canola oil. Right.
Sustainability. Look at that.
Yeah. And then I also use an immersion stick blender, which is a really great time-saving tool. It's better than using a regular blender or your own arms.
Yeah, seriously. Hello, welcome, Coffee and Bikes. No question, just saying, hey, watching while I cook dinner. I hope that you have a delicious dinner. Please tell us what you're having for dinner.
Yeah, so I know who Coffee and Bikes is. That's actually my roommate, Sam.
Hi, roommate!
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
So glad he's here.
Very nice. We're gonna taste test some of these things. Not to put you on the spot there, Edison.
I love constructive feedback. You know I do.
I'm very excited. So we got some forks,
Mm-hmm.
spinach fry. Oh, I love. Thank you for this gift. I'm so
I
excited.
really hope you find good use for it.
Do you want one of these?
Yes.
Okay.
I should do it at the same time.
Here. Oh,
Oh,
there's two of them.
There's two.
This is the really small one though.
that was a baby one. And
Here, I'll give you another one.
just-
Take that one.
Okay.
I want to get another piece.
And actually, the thing is, you might be off-put by having all these spices floating in the brine, but the real truth is, just eat them with the rest of it. Like
They're crunchy.
yeah, like little bits of coriander after they've sat in that brine are just really tasty.
Yeah.
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 Anyway,
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mmm. You know what?
it's good.
It's
I like
good.
it. Mhm.
In my experience, a lot of daikon pickle can be too funky for some people.
Oh, so true.
But this is not because it's green. It's
Yeah.
like really young.
Right.
Mm.
That's a good point. I have made watermelon radish pickles in the past that are good, but they get farty. They really do.
They
And
get farty.
That's just the nature of radishes. I think the thing is, it's more of like a scent thing. It's not like the flavor is like, sulfuric or like has that off taste.
Oh, I
to
just
it,
ate a
but, like,
coriander.
I can smell it. Anyway, but yeah, radishes, they can be hit or miss for some people, but I think, keep giving them a chance and they can really turn into a heavy rotation vegetable for you because they deliver so much in terms of texture. You can really
It's very
rely on them.
crunchy. These
Yeah.
are great.
It'd be great on top of a hot dog. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, I have hot dogs.
Hello.
Maybe I have to go get buns later. My goodness. You know what that's reminding me of? Green papaya.
Oh yeah.
Like unripe papaya.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone in the chat has had larb before or papaya salad, like Thai papaya salad or Lao papaya salad. But you're making me think that if we got like a green daikon, we could shave it down and make achara, which is my sweet papaya pickle, or replace the green papaya in a lot of things. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the main way that I like it, I tried to keep it in like the sort of square wedges because I think that's a good format to keep the crunch for the pickle. But when I have it raw, like in a salad, the way that I like to do it is I slice it really thin, like on a mandolin or with the regular knife. And then just like do really thin matchsticks.
Julienne. Yes,
like
we love a julienne
makes
here.
a great I was surprised you don't really want to eat like a huge chunk of radish. Like you can do it if you want, right? But the texture of it really affects how you are like tasting it,
Yes.
So yeah, matchsticks for the win.
Yes, we love matchsticks. All right, now you said it was the same brine,
Yes, it
but
should
now
have
these are onion.
Just red onion, totally same thing. I made it all in one.
Oh, I was getting impatient.
No,
All
same.
right, ready?
Oh, those are almost better. I like that.
Oh, yeah. I ate another coriander because I wanted to.
Just one little dried chili is really not that spicy. It it's just a little
like a
warmth
base
on
note.
the end. Yeah.
How many did you have in the other one? 2?
One.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Just
And
one?
then a few slices of ginger too. That might be what picking up. I don't know.
It was good.
Yeah. And there's also there's more sugar than you think you need to add into a brine like this. I'm always taste it before you put it on. And if it tastes good to you before you use it, then you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. I used to teach the pickling classes for local roots, so I'm very familiar with this process.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now
So
the rosemary mayo. I wish I saved the French fries I had for lunch.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be good?
Damn.
Yeah. So in this, besides fried rosemary, there's a clove of garlic that I tossed into the infusion oil, so it was a little bit softened. Then there's some good amount of mustard powder.
Oh,
and
I can see it in the color.
Seed. Yeah.
Wow. This is a very thick aioli.
Yeah,
It's nice.
It came together pretty well. You would think that the stick blender would be some level of compromise in terms of the thickness you're getting, but it actually comes out about just the same.
I need a freaking immersion blender.
They're so major.
I broke mine. I inherited it from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I had her 90s Cuisinart.
Oh my god.
It's not anything fancy. It has
Yeah.
one button and it's small. My aunt has Excalibur, what she called. It's just it's as big as your arm.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is too much.
Oh no.
I don't need this.
No, the one I have it's so tiny. It's like Black & Decker, and it is for everything. I do it for smoothies and oh my god, It saves you so much time, and like cleaning the little blade tip is
It's
way
so
better
easy.
than, like, forget cleaning a blender bowl.
Oh my gosh.
Forget it.
If you don't have an immersion blender and you're thinking about getting one, the easiest way to clean it is to, after you've made something, you just stick it in a glass of water in the sink and just buzz it, and it will whip everything off.
I never did
You
that,
didn't
but
do
that's
that?
a great idea.
No.
Wow, learning
Yeah.
experience. That's awesome. No.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. Thank you. Oh, I like that.
That's cute.
It's cute.
Mhm.
It's cute.
I mean, I could give myself some constructive feedback, but that's okay.
I mean, it needs context, you know. It needs
Mhm.
some roasted potatoes. It needs
Mhm.
some. We need to have it with a dish for us to really judge it. But I think as it stands, it's nice. It's a nice.
Maybe a little salt, but
I don't
no,
think
you think it's right? Okay, cool.
Because when you fry foods, you
Oh,
are
so
salting
true.
them anyway.
So true.
So I wouldn't add salt to this. I actually tend to go under on a lot of my food because I'm putting 4 or 5 components together.
Yeah.
That will be the
You're gonna
cumulative
layer all that
salt,
Totally. Yeah.
content for the whole
Right.
dish. That's what you think about.
Yeah.
That's what we think about. Also, let me wash these spoons really quick
Mhm.
because we actually had a gift from Steven who's in the chat. So we have a chili oil
Oh my
that
god.
we got in the mail. So I'm just gonna wash these real quick. And then we'll go grab that chili oil from the fridge, or at least I think I have it. Edison, how do you feel about fish?
I like fish.
Do you eat fish?
I do. So I'm from Kansas, so I
Okay.
didn't grow up with a lot of fish. The main fish that I grew up with is like a walleye. You know, get it from the
Okay.
lake. You know, fry it up with some cornflake crumbs.
Wait, what?
That's like the
Wait, literally rewind.
No joke. Yeah.
Cornflake crumbs.
Yes. It's like a thing.
I've never had that.
Oh my god, it's incredible. That's how we would always make it. So it gets really, really crisp, and then you don't serve it with anything else, just a little bit of salt and lemon juice over the top, and it's perfect. Yeah. And you can do
my
that
damn
with
mind.
like any firm fish. So you can do it with bass. You can do it with, all manner of stuff.
I want to do
It's
that.
so good. You can get cornflake crumbs at local grocery store.
We could just make them.
And you can just make them yourself, right? Just blitz up a box of cornflakes.
Oh my god!
That's my culture.
I literally
good
have
though.
never heard that. That's amazing.
Right. Oily fish, that's like, it's a thing I'm getting into.
love oily
like,
fish.
I'm really getting there. There's a lot of.
I love a stinker.
Like, I've had some good sardines, I've had some good mackerel, but like, it's a learning process.
It's a hurdle.
Yeah, I'm really trying
get
to
it.
like improve. I want to be cooking more like Nordic foods, right? And there's a lot of oily fishes that are common. You know, like you have your herring, you have all that, and so it's another push for me to try and enjoy it more.
Got you,
Yeah.
got you. First of all, thank you, Steven, for getting us this umami chili crisp from the wish list. Unleash an explosion of spicy umami crispy chilies, crunchy nuts, seeds, and sweet finish, celebrating the aromas and tastes of Szechuan China.
I like the label.
All natural umami. What else is in here? We've got ginger, we've got garlic, sesame seeds, shallot. Where is it from? St. Louis. St. Louis in the house. Sardine life.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Sam
yes.
loves a good sardine. He's inspired me. Yeah, we've talked about sandwich construction.
Oh,
Sardines.
Sam.
And what's the right thing to add? Yeah, no, he's a very good cook.
all right, we're gonna give this a good stir. I don't know if you want to try a little bit of this.
Yeah.
We're gonna stir it because it's got it's got an oil layer, so we got to get all the crunchies at the bottom. But I'm gonna take a hefty spoon. It looks like we've got like dried bean and crunchy garlic, crunchy.
Let's do it.
I don't know if you can see that. I don't have cooking cam set up right now. But we are, thank you, Steven. We're going to have our taste test now of this chili crisp. Umami.
And I'm trying to give myself a moderate amount. Okay, here we go.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Bless.
Right.
All right. Oh, I got a really good crunchy bit. A little spicy.
It's a little sweet, though.
A lot of umami.
I like the sweetness.
We got like a burnt garlic chewy.
It's coming through. Now it's hot. Oh,
Now it's hot. Are you right? You need some water?
no, good.
You're right.
It's great.
Use your water glass right there. You can go get you more water. That's funny.
I love spicy food, I promise.
Yum. That was
That's
yum.
good.
It's good.
I would put that on everything.
Mm-hmm. It's a little spicier than I was anticipating.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some like chewy burnt like situation, but it's caramelized.
A little. Sure. I didn't get that as much, but there's a lot going on.
I got like a chewy bit in there. But the reason why I asked you if you like fish is because I have a surplus.
Okay.
This very specific herring from Acme. Or it's distributed by Acme, and I think the brand is actually Blue Hill Bay.
Okay.
So, what is your impression of herring in general?
I think it's great. I've never had it.
You've never had herring, okay.
Oh yeah, it's a fish that I know of.
Okay, we're gonna start you in the middle because I don't have the other kinds of herring. So there's pickled herring.
Right.
There's herring in wine sauce. There's herring in mustard sauce. There's herring in all kinds of sauces. But this one I would say is like intermediate level.
Okay.
It's not scary. It's not scary. It's not stinky.
I'm not scared.
I don't know how to pronounce this because I'm not from there, but it's spiced M-A-T-J-E-S. Spiced matjes herring.
Yeah, something like that.
But it is spiced with sugar and clove. So it's on the sweeter side of curing. So if you were to cure like a salmon, oh my, that's a really tough. When you cure any fish, there is some combination of salt and sugar, and the higher salt concentrations tend to be your gravlax, your candied, cured salmon. But then if you add more sugar, it becomes the salmon jerky, candied salmon. So there's like a spectrum of what the brine is. So this is on the sweeter side. Oop, and there's a lot of fat at the top.
I've never had anything.
You've never had anything like this? Oh my god, is it scaring you?
I'm gonna be honest, I am nervous, but I'm so down. Like, I'm ready.
Here, we'll cut it in half. It's a big chunk.
No, I'm into it.
Let me go get a cracker.
Let's do this.
Wait, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna put it in a little rabbit cake.
This is my year of yes.
We're year of yes. Yes. I love it.
Oh my god.
We'll cut it small. It's okay.
Yeah.
I got committed to all this stuff.
And this kind of herring you said is Dutch? Traditionally?
Yeah, I think it's a traditionally Dutch herring. Herring, water, sugar, salt, vinegar, spices, beet powder. That's why it's a little red. Product of Canada. We're going to get our omega-3 fatty acids, 6 grams of protein per serving. It's gluten-free.
That smells so good.
Certified sustainable, wild caught, and distributed by Acme Smoked Fish, which is in my neighborhood. Let me go get some crackers so that it can palate cleanse this.
Yeah, well, it smells mostly just of clove. And then there's like a little bit of like fish, but like it's really not super
scary.
forward.
It's not very scary.
I'm really excited to see what the texture is.
If you need a cracker, I got crackers.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, I'm just gonna eat mine plain because I know what it tastes like, and I'm okay with it.
Go for it.
So it's on the sweet side.
That's amazing.
Right?
That's so good. Oh my god.
I've converted you.
Yeah, it's like there's no
rating. Blue Hill Bay spiced mate herring.
There's none of that like characteristic oiliness that like, puts
scary.
people off. No, none at all. And it is like so. It's got a little bit of like chewiness to it, and I love. And the salt is just right. Oh my god! I could eat a lot of that.
I'm so glad.
That's really good.
So the way that I served this at a catering gig last week was, we cut rounds of brown bread with grains, and then we did a layer of mascarpone cheese, and a little tuft of it. We did this fish on top, and then we finished it with a fennel salad. Just like a tiniest fennel salad with lemon and a fennel frond. Super fresh. Yeah.
so into this.
We learned something new today.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to get my pairings. Sorry, I was waiting.
Oh my god. Folks, we are here to answer your cooking questions if you have any. We've eaten all the things that we were going to taste on camera. I might double down on these pickles because they're really good. Thank you for this gift.
Of course. Service exchange. These, I like these even more. I could have them on their own.
Yeah. So I mean, I tend to order the pickle plate at restaurants.
Oh, right. A little bit of butter, little fish. Have you heard
of this restaurant, Carthage Must Be Destroyed?
No. What a great name, though.
It's a good name. They have it feels like the whole menu is like a post-rock album because all the titles are really long. It's a restaurant here in Bushwick, Greenpoint-ish, and they have something called the special plate, and it's like big platter of thick cut, like nice bread, shaved ham, good mustards, everything's high quality, like hard-boiled eggs. It's just like a snacky feast thing, but it's nearby my house and kind of a special little place.
Sounds good. When I visited some relatives in Philly recently, we went to Veg, which is a great like vegetarian restaurant.
Ooh, I've never been there.
Yeah, so they had a rutabaga fondue with a pretzel bun, and but then the connection is they have these house pickles it was pickled celery, and it was like so sharp, and it was like it was really, really good. It really got me thinking about something I want to make. In the kitchen.
We love.
Really good.
We have a question from Johnny. What's the hardest thing to pickle in a way that tastes good? What a question. Hardest thing to pickle. I think once you learn how to pickle, everything sort of falls into place, really, for me. The only thing is remembering the rules, right?
Yeah.
Like cutting everything to a consistent size so it all pickles at the same rate, making sure that you're mixing your brine, dissolving your salt and sugar thoroughly so that it will go through osmosis through the vegetables. I don't know if there is a difficult thing to pickle. It's just understanding how to pickle is probably the biggest hurdle, which is temperature, sanitizing jars,
right.
Yeah.
I think, there are also there's meats that people will pickle, right? The whole seafood world, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
I would consider that maybe more difficult, but I don't necessarily know. Once you have the technical side of that down, though, I don't know. It's going to taste good if you know what you're doing, but then also, the flavor story of it, if it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. I don't know. So
I just shared in the chat the National Home Preservation. Wait, what is the full title? This is something I reference for a lot of my articles that I write. So the National Center for Home Food Preservation, they have all of the official rules for safety temperatures, safe procedure, for any kind of preservation. So it's not just canning, but even sun drying. There's a whole section on sun drying, keeping animals out and all that. But there are slightly different methods for the different kinds of pickling. So what Edison has been doing is fridge pickling or quick pickling, which does not require a vacuum seal and it does not require sanitization, but it is a good practice to sanitize your glassware and all of your canning material to about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So that kills off, bacteria that could possibly get trapped in there, because botulism is still real and still a dangerous thing that you could,
some people would like to pretend it's not.
Yeah, it's still a very dangerous thing that people could give themselves. So that website is something that I've bookmarked. I always reference it whenever I write an article about pickles. Trying to remember what else. I think just once you get the hang of it, you've pickled one or two items, the story kind of stays the same. It's just making sure things fit in the jar, things are not sticking out of the brine. There are some rules about keeping it safe. And those are a few of them. I feel like I wrote an article about this. Let me see. I have some pickle articles that I can share in the chat for you, with you, if it will load. I don't know. My internet is being mean. Here we go. Cooking eggs. Here, 20 clever uses for that leftover pickle juice in the jar. Is one of those. Here we go.
Pickle brine to like deglaze veggies.
Oh yes, that's an excellent idea.
It's a very good like chefy vocab word, right? So if you're searing or like cooking a vegetable on really high heat in your pan, I really like, once it's mostly done cooking, add a little bit of like pickle brine. Radish brine is really good on that. But I mean, really anything. And that's gonna, scrape up the little, dark bits on the bottom of the pan.
Which is called déclaquage.
Oh, is that it?
That's the name of it.
I don't know.
There's a name for it.
Yeah, so I mean, that's great. And then, it's doing a lot of work already with the brine, because the brine is already seasoned. And so you probably don't need to add much else to it.
Yeah.
And once it evaporates a little bit, it's just gonna cling nicely to whatever you've cooked. And it's
yeah, if you are reading a recipe and it calls for deglazing with wine, you could actually use pickle brine instead.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, pretty much across the board. Although I would reduce the amount of salt, because your brine probably has a little bit of salt in it. But yeah, that's all stuff that you can learn as you cook, as you try, as you fail, which is part of the process.
So true.
But, do your research, ask questions. We are here for you. Let me see. We are at 6:41. Folks, so Edison, how do you feel about that show Chopped?
I love Chopped.
You do?
Yeah, actually, Chopped. Well, I feel like so many of golden age Food Network stars raised me. I love.
Me too.
I love Sandra Lee. I love Ted Allen, especially alum of Queer Eye, right? He's
right.
amazing. And it's my sister and I used to watch Chopped with popcorn and yell at them, saying no, don't go to the ice cream machine. What are you doing? Yeah, it is such an amazing piece of American television too. They really Food Network, and especially Chopped, innovated so much on the format of competitive food TV, and the shows got so much more that way as Chopped continued to in its success. Chopped is a formative culture.
Okay, good, because we played Chopped on this show.
Yeah.
So I have a thing that I read about it here. Folks, let's pretend we're on Chopped. If you don't know this TV show, there is a theoretical basket with 4 mystery ingredients in it, and chefs have to use them to make a dish. So there are no wrong answers. The purpose of this exercise is to think about how far ingredients can go and maybe inspire our next meals. So if you're in the chat, please list off an ingredient, and we'll pretend that's in the basket, and we'll try to cook with it mentally.
Yeah.
We'll go through each of those ingredients individually, so you all know what we're working with. But just feel free to start riffing and tell us how you'd combine 2, 3, or all 4 of the ingredients. No pressure. Imagine that you have all the tools and time you need, and just remember to feature the things in the basket. So let's go, chat. If you have an ingredient, please shout it out. Or Edison, if you have an ingredient you are dying to put in the Chopped basket.
I always think of what do I have in my fridge to get rid of? How can I think about that?
Yeah. What is something we talked about already?
We talked about daikon.
We talked about daikon. Let's just say it's daikon radish in there.
Yeah.
To start. Ramps, thank you, Johnny.
Yes.
Sambal, thank you, Sam. Oh, that's a good start.
We're going like
this is great. So daikon, for folks who don't know what a daikon is a type of radish. It's long. It's pretty mild in flavor. It tends to get a little funky as it ripens, but it functions a lot like a potato. It functions like a radish, but it's just large and blown up. It's very watery. So the key to working with it is breaking it down. So there are lots of uses for it. You can obviously pickle it. You can fry it. You can saute it. You can mash it. There are lots of things you can do with it. Ramps are an allium that are only in season pretty much right now.
Yeah.
They're very delicate. They look like a scallion, but they have sort of these rabbit ear floppy leaves that are very delicious. People typically separate the bottom half and the top half. The bottom half is where you're going to get more of the allium flavor, and the top half is going to be more aromatic, herbaceous, leafy flavor. They're both really great. Great sauteed, great pickled. all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Any way that you would cook a scallion, you can cook a ramp, but you want to stay delicate when you work with ramps because it's easy to overpower them. Sambal, this is great. It is a chili paste. I believe I have some in my fridge. Let's see. Ground fresh chili paste. This one is from Hoi Fong Foods from Irwindale, California. Sambal olek. Chili, salt, distilled vinegar, potassium sorbate. Has some preservatives, but it's basically chili and salt and distilled vinegar.
Yeah. Is it vinegar that makes the sambal? What makes it a sambal compared to another chili paste?
I don't know exactly. I think it's the specific Thai chilies that's in here that makes it. That makes it.
Yeah.
But various East Asian cultures and Southeast Asian cultures use it.
So versatile.
Very versatile. It's very spicy. So for now, we have room for one more ingredient in the basket. Throw us a curveball, but for now we're working with daikon, ramps, and sambal. What would you do, Edison?
I've actually already come up with something.
Let's
go. Here's my thought. So do a really quick saute and cut up the daikon into matchsticks. Do it really quick, and then slice up the greens of the ramps, and then add the sauteed daikon to the greens of the ramps. You could also roast or pickle, probably just maybe even add the ramp stems to the daikon saute. Once all that is set, put it all in a bowl, and then you could add scallions. I'm thinking this is a dish I would normally do with scallions, right? So subbing the ramps for scallions. And then just take a quick little bit of oil in a saucepan, heat it right up, add some whole spices, whatever you have on hand, and pour it over the top in the bowl. It's going to frizzle up, and it's going to be super great. You could also add raw garlic here, right?
Yeah.
You could also do steamed eggplant, is really, really good here. And then you serve that whole thing over rice.
Rice ball.
Yeah, this is inspired by Auria's, the sambal lady. She has a version of this recipe. She posted it with eggplant on her feed ages ago, and I make a little quick version of it whenever I want. I've done it with zucchini before. It's really good.
Highly recommend Auria's Malaysian Kitchen. She's a local producer here in New York. She makes a lime leaf sambal. So the sambal that I showed you is the chili sambal that is most widely known as a sambal. Right. But she specifically makes a lime leaf version of it that is spicy and green instead of red. And I have a few recipes for it on my website. It's also sold at local groups. Oh yeah, it's delicious. Yeah. It's so good. I
haven't had it yet. I really want to try it.
Oh my god, it's worth it. It's a little pricey. It's $12 for a bottle, but it's very, very good.
I know it lasts well.
Yeah, it lasts forever. I like to do pork chops with it. What would I do? Let's see. I would do ramp and daikon tempura and do a sambal mayo.
Oh my god,
yeah. Sambal mayo dip.
I love sambal mayo.
Sam, you literally just ate. I'm already hungry again. Damn y'all. That is the danger of watching this show.
That's true.
That is the danger of watching this show. Folks, if you're just joining us, we are pretend playing Chopped. If you would like to participate, just tell us how you would cook ramps, sambal, and daikon radish together in a dish. Or you could just use 2 ingredients, no pressure. It's just a thought exercise. We like to pretend and see how far we can go with stuff like this. Another thing I would do, I would take my vegetable peeler and make ribbon noodles out of the daikon. And we would do a cute salad with the ramp greens.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yeah. We'll do some sambal vinaigrette, we'll whisk that. So we got a spicy element. We need acid and a base. So that's kind of acidy already. But I would do a little bit of rice vinegar with the sambal, whisk it with some olive oil, or maybe some special pistachio oil, a nut oil that's really flavorful. You don't need a lot. Salt and pepper. I would strain that to get the chili solids out. Toss it with my cute daikon noodles, raw, cold. This is like a fire and ice dish. Yeah. So I would make sure those daikon noodles are super, super cold in the fridge. Toss it at the very last minute with this sambal vinaigrette, and it'll be cold crunch, but why is it burning my mouth? Oh my God. I'm always fascinated by fire and ice sort
I
of
love, like,
meals.
hot and cold has really fascinated me too.
Yeah.
This is a great connection because the next idea that I had
Yes.
was, so I did a salad recently with a bunch of just like daikon matchsticks with, I just had a hero roll. It was like $1 from the corner, right? And then I split it, and then I spread some salsa matcha butter, the great compound butter that I made already. And so I toasted it like that, and then it was just like a great little salad.
Oh my God.
Instead of that, you could do a sambal butter, and then you could do the same thing, and you could toast it in the oven, and then you could just make a quick sort of slaw. Do like add some apple cider vinegar, and then you could also add a cheese in. So you're giving very like radish and cheese sandwich, but you're doing a sambal butter.
Oh,
it'd be really spicy.
That's a riff on the French radishes with butter.
Completely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You could even do like ham if you really want to. That might be good.
You know, there's also a dish where you take really cold radishes and melt down bacon fat. But we could do sambal, bacon fat.
Yeah.
Really cold daikon pieces, dip them, and then let it harden, and that's like a good little treat.
Sprinkle some salt.
So it goes some salt on top.
Oh my God, that's cute.
But your sandwich idea is actually pretty close to a banh mi.
Right.
All we need to add is some like pate or like roasted pork, and you've got your daikon pickle. You've got sambal butter, some cilantro. Easy.
Yeah, cilantro.
Ooh.
So good on that.
Ooh.
Or some of my
or
homemade
your
pickles.
We'd love to hear your ideas, chat.
Yeah.
Let us know how you would combine ramps, sambal, and daikon radish in any which way. Pretend that you have a Food Network kitchen. Did you see that Iron Chef is coming back?
Yeah, I was gonna say ramp sambal ice cream. I don't know about that. I heard about the announcement. I was like kind of into Iron Chef.
I loved Iron Chef.
Yeah, I did.
I loved the Japanese Iron Chef.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think like everyone has feelings about Alton Brown now, but like at the time,
yes.
did love him as a host. I really did.
He raised me pretty much.
Like I really like. For a long time before I found out that he was terrible at politics, I always wanted to say I want to be the gay Alton Brown. Not anymore, but anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best here on Twitch, you know, so I'm nowhere near Alton Brown, but I try.
I still find it comparison.
It's fun. It's fun. But folks, I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. If you have ideas for mashing up daikon, sambal, and ramps, you can tweet it to me at Randwiches, or give us a follow so that, you know, we can keep talking. I love talking about food all day, all night, so it's not a problem. If you have photos for show and tell, please do tag me on Instagram at Randwiches or on Twitter, or you can DM me, either way. And then Edison, how can people follow you? I'm going to put your link here too.
Yeah, I am available on Instagram at The Joy of Produce. That's where pretty much everything is going to be going down. From there, you can access my Substack. You can also get in touch via DM or email if you want to collab a recipe or ask me a question about cooking.
Yeah, follow Edison, everybody. Edison, do you have any last parting words or advice, or just like, I don't know, encouraging words for folks who are just starting to cook or want to get into pickling or anything like that?
I think like rely on your senses and like really don't freak out about measuring things. Like especially like if it's baking, if it's something really challenging, right? Like okay, follow the recipe. But if it's like something that you think you can riff on, or like make the recipe once and then wing it the second time and then continue to wing it, like force yourself to like, you know, rely on your senses rather than a recipe, and like continually doing that and having an appetite for variety. I think is something I was really raised with, and I think that also helps you teach yourself how to, you know, vary your leftovers and everything.
I love it.
Yeah,
good advice.
The spice of life. That's what people say, right?
That's good advice. That is really good advice. Wow, it's like you rehearsed it or something.
Oh, listen, I have many soapboxes. That is one.
I love it. I love it. We love a soapbox. So friends, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be back. I'll try to be back next Wednesday. It's been a little choppy because I've been working a lot, but we're gonna try to keep going on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Oh, sorry, Chris, I did not see your comment. In-person guest on Attack the Pantry. I know. Really, Edison is a big deal.
Oh, you're a big deal.
You're a big deal. Oh, God. So we're going to try to raid a channel after this. We're going to send you over to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which is probably one of my favorite Twitch accounts. If you haven't seen them before, they're usually on the jellyfish cam. I don't know which cam we're on right now, but the aquarium is so amazing.
Right.
So stick around for the raid. Thank you so much for hanging out. And we'll see you all next week on Attack the Pantry. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I always mess up this part. Okay, bye for real. Bye.